has our land seen such despair? Almost 2 millennia after Sigmar founded the Empire, the realm is fractured and broken. 3 rival factions claim the Imperial Crown: Marienburg, Middenheim, and Reichland. Blur of power brings the armies of men against one another in a seemingly endless tide of battle. An island of peace in a sea of conflict, Mordheim drew wealth such as the city had never seen into its walls. But with its prosperity came the corruption of arrogance and hedonism and greed. The gods could not long abide the outrages of Mordheim's populace. In the heavens, an ill star appeared. A great twin-tailed comet that some priests warned was nothing less than the hammer of Sigmar. They preached tidings of doom and repentance, but their sermons were ignored. An attitude of rebellious revelry gripped the city as the comet grew ever nearer. The grand festival to celebrate the turn of the year was a mockery of the apocalyptic prophecies.
Great sword time.
That the hammer fell. The fiery comet plowed through the city, gouging a deep crater in the midst of the poor quarter.
All right, that intro is amazing. Highly recommend that you listen to the whole thing.
Welcome to Mordheim, city of the damned.
But we'll just get into the action a little bit quicker this way. Hey, well, so you just bought Mordheim, or you just about to buy Mordheim? If anyone wants to buy this game, it's on special on Steam for like $2 or $3 right now, like 90% off, and yeah, I highly recommend it. So this is my Carroburg Greatsword warband, the glorious warriors of the Empire. The storyline of my campaign is that there's this brave warrior priest and the sister superior, the devoted of Sigmar, are going into the city of the damned on some secret and sacred mission, and so they've hired these veterans of the Carroburg Greatswords Regiment of Renown. These are all former members of the regiment that have been pulled into this kind of like Dirty Dozen style, suicide mission type of scenario, and so they've got these like best of the best Empire soldiers. But yeah, I've explained this before, but basically the way that this game works, you can either dodge or parry. They're the 2 main defensive systems. If you want to be good at parrying, you need to have a shield, so we can't do that because our guys are great swords. They all have 2-handed weapons. If you want to be good at dodging, you need to wear light armor so you can be quick, but our guys don't do that because they wear heavy armor, right? So no dodging, no parrying. And also, in order to, because of the action point economy, it's best to change weapons as you level up. But our guys don't do that because our guys use great swords. so it's kind of like, it's just like this warband is the story of like all the things that you want to do but you can't because they're great swords, basically. But we've managed to work around it a little bit. And figure out some stuff that we can do. So yeah, so what we've got basically is they're armor proficient, so at least they're not so slowed down by their armor, and their heavy armor does give them 45% damage mitigation, and then they've got a helmet that gives them another 5%. So they got 50% damage mitigation from heavy armor, so that's pretty good. They've got a hardy, which gives them 20 extra hit points, and that's modified by their toughness. So they've got wounds are increased by 2%. 2%? Is that all? So, well, that's not very much, is it? Wounds increased by 2%. I thought it was... Oh, wounds increased by 2% per point, right. So yeah, so we've got 9 points. So we've got 18% increased wounds. So that extra 20 hit points is actually, 24 hit points or whatever. So this guy's got 247 HP. So we'll get him up over 300 by the time he gets to level 10. And we've got resilient, gives them reduction in crits. So crits allow you to bypass armor. So the only defense we've got is our armor. So we've got a bit of extra crit resistance, and toughness gives you extra crit resistance as well. So they can tank a little bit of damage, but they can't dodge, they can't parry. And we do have some guys with insult. You can insult enemies to make it a bit easier to hit. This guy's got same setup, even though he's a hero. Yeah, so this guy's got knowledge Mordheim as well. So he's got heavy armor proficiency, which so normally heavy armor reduces your movement by 2 points. Heavy armor proficiency makes it only reduces by 1, and then Mordheim gives you +1 movement point, so kind of negates the movement. So he's got 6 movement, which is cool, and he's got this guard stance, which gives him 5% extra armor absorption. So once he pops guard stance, when he's got his heavy armor on, he'll have 55% damage mitigation. So that's pretty cool. It's not great, but you know, it's something. This guy's got frenzy, so he can just do extra damage. And there's also another skill that we want to get on them called Adrenaline Rush. There it is. So basically you can spend 30 hit points, which is gets less bad as you get more hit points. You know, once you go over 300, it's not so bad. And it gives you 1 extra action point. So what I was saying about the action point economy is that it costs 2 points to do a normal attack with the one-handed weapon. So if you've got 4 action points, you can do 2 attacks. Whereas with two-handed weapons, it costs 1 extra action point to do it every attack that you do. So the first attack costs 2, second attack costs 3, and if you're a hero, third attack costs 4. If you've got a two-handed weapon. So because these guys have two-handed weapons, this guy will have a two-handed when he goes into combat. Yeah, with 4 action points, if he had a one-handed weapon, he'd be able to attack twice, which would actually do more damage than a single two-handed weapon attack, which is why you would change to one-hander and shield once you get 4 action points. But of course our guys only use greatswords, so that doesn't apply to them. But once this guy gets Adrenaline Rush, even though he's only got 4 action points, if it comes down to a you know, where he needs that one more hit to be able to kill his enemy and survive, he can spend 30 hit points and then get 1 extra attack, and potentially you know, kill the enemy and stop them from counterattacking onto him for even more damage. So anyway, so that's pretty much our basic setup. Yeah, Adrenaline Rush, hardy, resilient, and heavy armor. And then we're gonna have a smattering of like insult to make it easier to hit enemies, maybe some guard stance to give them some sort of defensive stance they can go into. I might also look at some other blue abilities that we can get that'll help the team, like, because even the 5% damage mitigation honestly isn't even that great, you know. So it might be better for them to use their blue pills for something else. Yeah, well, I can talk more about them later on. We do have 2 characters that aren't greatswords. We've got a warrior priest. He's mainly a caster. He can heal. So if the other guys can tank a little bit, he can potentially top up their health a little bit. Also, he can tank a little bit. So he's got a little bit of shield spec. He's got heavy armor. He's got resilient. He's got parry chance, extra parry. So he's a little bit of a tank. And same with the Sister Superior. I don't think she's leveled up yet, but yeah, she's got shield specialist. She's going to be level 2 shield specialist, heavy armor, resilient, and yeah, etc. We can get more defensive stuff on her. But I did kind of take intimidate, which is a cool ability, but it's like a bit of a gimmicky kind of a thing. Actually, intimidate would be a good thing to get on one of our heroes, one of our greatswords maybe. That's kind of like what I was talking about. Maybe it's good to get some skills like that that just help the team rather than trying to defend yourself with some pathetic extra 5% damage resistance. If we have intimidate on a bunch of dudes, that could be kind of cool. All right, anyway, hopefully that gives you guys a bit of a overview of what it's all about. If you haven't seen this game before, then that might not mean too much to you, but if you're wondering, you know, if you know a little bit about Mordheim and you're wondering what the deal is, that's pretty much the deal. All right, so I think we've done everything for today. We can check these guys and see if we want to try and train them up a bit more. So this guy got 2 skill points, hardy. Yeah, we're gonna give him resilient. Yeah, I'll give him resilient. And yeah, I sort of screwed this guy up. I should have given him more intelligence, so he could get more knowledge Mordheim like that other guy. But yeah, but I think I spent too much in leadership, so he won't be able to. And we'll switch out him for him. And this guy. Yeah, he needs a resilient. And oh, hardy. And yeah, and then just, yeah, once he gets 1 more point in toughness, he can get resilient as well. And then we'll switch him out for this guy. Cool. And we'll just, we haven't got very many good weapons. So these guys only use greatswords. So for a while there, a lot of them had to use white greatswords that weren't even magic, because we didn't have enough to go around. But now we're everyone's got either a purple greatsword or a blue one. There's a couple of guys with blue ones, but most people have got purple greatswords now, which is pretty cool. Heavy Armor Squires has got a enchantment on that gives him +2 weapon skill and +2 max toughness. It's pretty good. This guy needs a better haircut. The haircut's whack. Shaved head, much cooler. So you can give him, you can either give him a helmet, which gives you 5% extra damage reduction, and blue and purple helmets also give you 20% stun resistance, or we can give him a pendant, which gives him 15% extra all alone tests to pass all alone tests. But ideally, I try not to let them take all alone tests, for not to let them get overrun. So we'll hopefully take him with that armor, and hopefully he'll be all right. All right, let's do this. All right, so deadly. One warband is caught exploring the buildings while the other deploys tightly around its wagon. Okay. So yeah, so I've got a little like house rule for myself for this campaign, just to make it a bit more exciting. I always try and take the hardest mission available. If there's multiple like deadly mission, like multiple the same level, I can choose between them. But if there's only one, then I'll take the hardest one. It just makes it a bit more dangerous and fun. And then you always want to do launch and deploy. It lets you specifically pick where you want to put your guys. But again, just to make it a bit more crazy and exciting, we're just going to do launch mission. And we don't get to choose where our guys go.
Exploring old residential districts, you quickly discover that you aren't alone. Another warband is looting the nearby buildings. Dispersed in the ruins, the scavengers present an inviting target for your warriors as they deploy near your wagon.
Okay. So we're going to be close by to each other.
A new round has
But luckily,
started.
our guys are all in one group, whereas their guys are going to be potentially a bit spread out. If we look here, we can see they're vampires. So that means they're going to have terror and fear. So our guys are going to have to stand firm. Stand firm, men! I think we might just stick around, to stay right here and let them come to us. We've got their WoW wagon there, so we can all go to our wagon and get a blessing of Sigmar, and that'll make us less likely to be... Oh, actually, it makes you... It gives you resistance to all alone, but I don't think it gives you resistance to fear, so it's probably no point. They've claimed 3 wordstones already. We've got to pick up 11 wordstones if we want to get the bonus XP, which would be nice, but... Look at these brave warriors. They're proud greatswords. They're pretty massive greatswords. Look how wide they are. They're like blades like 4 inches wide. I think it'd probably weigh like 10 kilos. Like a sledgehammer sword. Yeah, like I was saying before, if anyone's interested in picking up this game, I think it's on special on Steam for like $2 or $3 at the moment. If you're watching this VOD later on and it's not currently on special on Steam, you can usually get it on special on like CD keys or Instant Gaming or something like that. If you just look around, it's on special usually somewhere for like $1 or something. And yeah, it's really fun. Yeah. If you like the look of it, then yeah, I think you'll definitely enjoy it. It'll give you at least a good weekend of enjoyment, or you know, it might give you many weeks of enjoyment depending on how much you like this kind of stuff. But yeah, even if you only play it for a weekend, I think you'll get your $2 worth. There's no victory in Mordheim, only surviving. Survival, that's right. Alright, so everyone so their entire warband's faster than us. Makes sense, I guess. We haven't spotted any of them yet. So yeah, camping is pretty overpowered. Oh, you got it from €2 Siege? Oh, nice. Yeah, camping is pretty powerful in this game. So if we just literally pulled all our guys in together and just sat here and waited for them to come to us, then that would probably be the best strategy. That would be certainly the safest. Yeah, so because it's deadly, that means that they do 45% extra damage and they have 45% more hit points. All right, I'm just gonna delay, bring up some other guys and see how we go. They're out there somewhere. The bloodsuckers. And their ghoulish minions. In the mists. So this guy's pretty cool. He's one of my favorites. He's a pretty badass looking guy. Moritz Van Krieger. Oh, this is guy's. I think this guy's a rename, named after Moritz. All right. So yeah. So we delayed him before. I can just delay him again. I don't think there's. Yeah, I don't think I really need to worry about delaying him though, because I was mainly just delaying him because. Oh yeah, so we can pray to Sigmar here. And then now we've got this buff, 50% wardstone resistance, 50% to all alone tests. So yeah, so hopefully we won't have to make any all alone tests, because I'll make sure that my guys are well supported. But yeah, if he has to make one now, he'll definitely pass it. These guys can't move as far as my champions, so I'll try and bring him up a bit. Yeah, so I'm at an awkward point now where all my guys have 4 red pills, but they can only attack once. Because their second attack was 3, is what I was trying to explain before, and the enemy like mirrors your warband, so basically their guys have all got 4 red pills as well, but they're gonna have, you know, possibly have better weapon configurations, so they can actually use their red pills. So it's a bit limiting, but it's what it is what it is. You could definitely be more optimized. Hey, Postuma, how you going, buddy? Alright, I'm just gonna bring all our guys in together.
A new round has started.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this could be a bit awkward here because we don't want to be fighting them like 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2 even. This is a bit of a narrow gap here, so potentially we might end up fighting them like, you know, only 2 versus 1. We want to be like 5 versus 1 ideally. Just smash the first dude that comes up, you know. Yeah, so this vampire is going to fear us. So everyone who fails a leadership test is going to get -30 to hit. Not just against her, but like once we get the feared, then you got -30 hit against everyone until you pass a fear test. So yeah, I've put a fair bit of leadership into most of these guys, so hopefully we can resist it. But I'm sure some of our guys are going to get feared, and then they're not going to be hitting much. I don't know if any are going to come from around behind us. Hopefully they'll all come from in front. And actually, you know what would be a good idea? I don't know. Potentially it might be a good idea if we... Oh shit. Might be good if we pull back, because there's a nice open area just where we are right now. So if we can get them to come into that area... Like if we fight them in this doorway here, it's going to be really hard to stack up on them. We're going to have crappy 1v1 fights. Alright, I might just delay this guy. Might just delay this guy too. So I'm not sure if she's got 7 movement, so, and she's in charge. I'm pretty sure she's in charge mode, so we could pull her in. Yeah. I could probably pull her into here. Nah, she's not gonna... Yeah, she's not gonna come far enough. Alright, fuck it. Let's just back up a bit. This guy's gonna frenzy. So he does 15% extra damage. She's got more movement than him anyway, so we'll just let her attack him. But if more than one tries to stack up around him, then these guys with ambush stance will intercept him. So everyone's going to sort of like melee overwatch. So if anyone tries to surround us, then our compatriots will pick them up.
A new round has started.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, yeah, crap. So she actually outranged his ambush, which sucked. Yeah, I think, yeah. You can press L to open up the log, and then you can like scroll down and see what happened. Oh yeah. Heavy armor, baby. He's got heavy armor as well, unfortunately. Just like chunking away on each other. Oh yeah, big charge. So yeah, so even though she did outrange the charge on the Youngblood and she got to initiate and he didn't get to use his ambush, the strategy basically worked, which is instead of them like potentially getting 2 or 3 guys stacking up onto one guy, they got all pulled apart onto 3 different guys. So each of my individual guys only took, you know, a couple of hits rather than getting dogpiled. And now when we get to counterattack after their turn's all finished, we're going to dogpile them. Hopefully kill all 3 of them, or at least kill 2 of them. Or one of them. At least kill one of them, hopefully. Okay, so he's in ambush stance now. So we've got to be aware that if we move in his sort of field, then yeah, we might have problems. Okay, leadership. We got leadership 16. So we shouldn't. Hopefully, we won't get feared. Fear test success. Yep. So we can hit. Dodged. I haven't got enough red pills to attack again, but I can order him. He's gonna probably miss though because he's feared. Oh no, he hit. Good job. Okay, so he had made make another fear test, but he succeeded this time. Looks like my frenzy is worn off. Well, oh no, it was a different guy that frenzied. So we'll frenzy. Now he's going to do 15% extra damage. Unfortunately, this guy's got heavy armor, so it's not that effective, but still, he felt that. All right. I might actually I might delay this guy. We'll let the champion go first. Okay, this guy I might we'll bring him in here and let him help out. What's his leadership? Got 11 leadership, so he might fail a fear test. Alright, we're trying to do a big charge. Made it. Blam. That was a good hit. Oh, she lived somehow. God damn it. Yeah, that really sucks that she didn't go down. Yeah, there's no, I can't fit any more, can't fit anyone else on to get him. Alright. Well, we'll, a big hit on this guy. So this guy's got 6 movement, 7. He has 7 movement. Why does a necromancer have 7 movement? Oh, anyway, he's got 7 movement. So if I move freely in front of him, there, he's probably going to charge me. So I'm just going to slide into here and do a normal attack on this guy. In guard stance, get extra 5% damage resistance. No, bro. If I don't drop either of these guys and they all get their full number of attacks next turn, that's not great for us. So just avoiding that ambush again. Motherfuck. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So we really need this guy to be dead, otherwise he's going to get 2 attacks against us next turn with the 2-handed weapon and potentially do a lot of damage. So I'm going to do Adrenaline Rush. We're going to spend, means we're going to take, at the start of next turn, we're going to take a wound for 30 HP, but it means now we've got 3 red pills, so we can have another swing. Boom, eliminated. In guard stance, so we got a little bit more damage resistance. Okay, so we have an 80% chance to hit, but we can insult him. Oh, fuck. I just clicked it before I realized it was targeting on her. But that's okay, we've got enough blue pills left. We can do another one. Yeah, because the defensive abilities that we've got are so minimal that I was thinking it's almost better just to have a utility blue pills abilities that we can use. Even though I don't have any blue pills left now to do any defensive abilities, it sort of doesn't matter. Alright, well at least we got rid of his dodge. But actually no, that doesn't help us because there's got no one to hit him afterwards, but yeah.
A new round has started.
Yeah, these guys hit hard. Like spear's a crappy weapon. It doesn't do that much damage, and he's got heavy armor on. But because she's doing 50% extra damage, like she's got like 5 hit points left as well. If we had just been a tiny bit luckier, he wouldn't have had to die. Alright, well, we've both lost one so far. We've got no warrior priest and no sister of Sigmar in this one. It's just great swords, pure great sword action. Kind of lucky that their lord's their most powerful unit. His action, it's his turn right now. If he doesn't make it into combat for another couple more turns, then that's pretty good for us. Man, that was a big hit. Alright. She's got 3 hit points. She has 3 hit points left. What bullshit is that? Alright, we'll pick up some wordstone from her. I won't bother looting the items.
Objectives updated.
I'm just gonna pick up his greatsword. Oh, he's got a white greatsword. No wonder he was hitting for not very much. Yeah, I'll have to try and get him a better weapon at some point. Okay, none of the others are damaged at the moment. So I might... might use order on that guy. Get him to do a preliminary hit on the guy. And then we'll walk in. And... in there. So I think that the necromancers are mortal, so they can fail leadership tests and stuff, I believe. Alright. One good thing about greatswords is they do a fair chunk of damage. Try and get a charge. No, I can't get a charge in. It's alright. Dropped. This guy's got full health. So I'll maybe just put him here so he's kind of on the outside in case we get flanked. This guy's Piotr is a little bit more damaged. Alright, we'll try for a big charge. Oh yeah, big crit. I love the blood on the camera. Oh, I should have actually, crap. I could have disengaged maybe. I didn't, maybe I couldn't have. That's the 30 damage from doing adrenaline rush last time. So adrenaline rush is really good for these guys because it fixes the problem that I was talking about before, where when she got 4 points, it's like you got too many points for a single attack, but you don't have enough for a double attack. So it fixes that because you can sacrifice health to get that extra point for the second attack. And also, once we get to max level, when he's going to have 5 red pills, so he'll be able to do 2 attacks normally once he gets level 10. He'll have that extra adrenaline rush in case he wants to charge, so he can do the 50% extra damage. We don't have enough room to charge here, but we can walk in. I can adrenaline rush again. It's not quite enough to kill him, but we might be able to get a crit. No. Yeah, normally you'd be able to disengage or be able to jump back, but because there's allies behind me there, I don't have enough room to be able to jump back and make room for somebody else to get in. It says we've got 80% chance to hit, but this guy's stunned, so it's actually 100%. Blap. And we can insult that guy again. I was hoping to see if I could insult the other guy. No good, no good. This guy's a little bit damaged, so we'll maybe keep him at the back for now. We'll see if we can get a charge. No. You can see the leadership on the top left there, 74 over 57. Once the top number gets below the bottom number, then they have to start rolling route tests. And then we can potentially win the match.
A new round has started.
He ran right around and... oh, lucky. I thought he was going to run right around and attack my weaker guy, but... he could have, but he just chose to ambush there for some reason. Okay, this is the Lord. He doesn't... oh, no. I was hoping he wouldn't make it. Oh, nice. He didn't quite make it. We can hopefully we can end it before he gets into combat. How much health has he got? He's got 91. Alright, let's and I'll order 53 to 62. I guess he does slightly more damage. His order ability makes somebody else attack instead of him. Boom, out of action. Alright, nice. Now I won't bother looting them. We don't really... once you get to, like, in the end game, you don't really need gold anymore. You just become super rich. I didn't mean that, but yeah, at least this guy's got full health, so I guess if anyone wanted to tank a hit, that's good for him. I'm just going to delay on this guy and let the champions go first. Because I don't want to... sometimes you might not be able to fit as many guys around an enemy as you want to, so you want to make sure your big hitters definitely get in there. So this guy's frenzied, so he can't do a lot of non-combat actions, but he can still charge for 50% extra damage. Plus the 15% from the frenzy. Is enough room to charge in here? Yep. Lamb. Nice. Okay, so their morale's now 44 over 57, so they're going to have to make a route test. And the route test is based on the leadership of their highest leadership character. So unfortunately their leader's still alive, so there's probably a pretty good chance they're going to pass their leadership test. So yeah, it is what it is. This guy's got full health, so I'm going to kind of put him up front. And hopefully he'll be able to tank. Actually, maybe I'll try to pull him out. So he terrorized me, so I lost 3 action points. I only had 4, so now I don't get to attack. So yeah, so with vampires, basically what you want to do is vampire lords is charge them from outside of combat range. That way they can't terrorize you and make you lose your action points. So he failed his terror test, which means I lose three action points, but I already attacked him from on the charge, so it doesn't make any difference. Like I don't, yeah. And at the start of next turn, I'll get to roll another terror test, which hopefully will pass. So if he fails the terror test, then he would get no attack, but luckily we passed it. I might not use adrenaline this time because it's not going to kill him, and I might need the health to try to survive. Oh, here we go. We can get a charge from up here. Can't do an insult or anything, can we? No. Failed terror test. At least he got the charge in first. Alright, hopefully he's going to fail a route test now. Cascope, the forlorn hope. Yeah. Alright, he's just gonna sit here and try to not die. But we'll cast the we'll cast insult on him. So if we get to
a new round has started.
Failure, nice. He failed his route test. He fled in terror before the might of Sigma.
When the Baron hears how you decimated the enemy, he will be as pleased as a halfling in a pie shop. He may even send a bit of gold by way of gratitude.
Glory. Yeah, so we get 3 XP because it's a deadly mission. Plus 2. You always get 2 for surviving the mission. Well, I guess unless you don't survive. Yeah, you get 3 for deadly, 2 for brutal, and 1 for hard. Extra XP. You get 1 XP for every guy that you kill. And if you successfully do the secondary objective, you get an extra 2 XP, I think. And you get an extra 1 point for a decisive victory if you do the secondary objective. So secondary objective is really good for leveling up, gives you heaps of extra XP, and it's good for loot as well. But we didn't successfully do it. We were too worried about just trying to survive without all of our guys getting murdered. We lost one, but hopefully he won't be crippled or anything. Full recovery. Okay, glorious. So he wouldn't have lost his weapon anyway. Yeah, we just looted it just to be sure.
Fantastic.
I think I've got 2 white swords, one that he had on him and another one that's spare. I've got some more heavy armor. Yeah, vampires are good because they use the same type of weapons that we use, so sometimes they can have great swords. I'm just going to pay our warband. And then we have to switch out our characters for next turn. So our sister Sigmar is still going to be training next turn, but we can put our warrior priest back in because he'll be finished tomorrow. And Ortis Fellhand will be ready to come back in. Fritz Metzger is ready to train Resilient, so he's got some crit resistance. There's a halberd in the store, but that's no good to us. You know, we're not halberds, we're great swords. There's a level 1 recruit. We don't really want to bring him in unless we have to. We could give him Hardy. Takes 2 days to learn. Maybe we'll keep him in until for another couple of days till one of these other guys recovers. What do we got here? You get 9, so you can get Resilient. Get his crit resistance up. And probably want to either get 2 more points to get level, get Frenzy Mastery, or get 1 more point of toughness so I can get Resilient, crit resist on him. Yeah, this is our main captain that's got master level order. I'm not sure what I want to do to finish off his skill points. We could give him Hardy. Yeah, there's no randomness. You get to choose everything. Yeah, I kind of dislike that actually. I think that the game would have more longevity for me if there was like if they had random start, like they had one random starting trait or something like that, so that you could kind of like in XCOM 2 and stuff where you have like, you know, they've got a basic template for their unit type, but then they have like one or two unique things. I think that would actually make it better for me. Like I always like that in games, but yeah, no, in this you can use the there's a build planner, and yeah, you just always choose exactly what skills you want. Each different class has one unique skill. So the Merc captain has this unique skill that gives him 10% parry chance, but you can't parry with a Greatsword, so it's useless to us, unfortunately. So it's a bit of a waste of points. See how it says passive skill 4? So that means his rating would normally be 390 without that, but yeah, with that it's 394. But it's actually probably worth more than 4 points. It's like that's a really good skill if you go for a parry build, but we're not going to go for parry build obviously. But yeah, but anyway, he's kind of complete. Like he's basically just there to do order, like order skill and heavy armor and resilient. I guess I probably should give him adrenaline rush. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe give him adrenaline rush and hardy. I think he's going to get 2 more skill points when he gets to level 10. Or do you get 4? How many skill points? Maybe you get 4, or like especially you get 4 when you get to 10. I don't know. So probably won't give him frenzy. Give the 2 champions frenzy, like mastery level frenzy, and make them big heavy hitters. But yeah, I don't know. I might just think about him for a while. Yeah, so they got a white greatsword for him. Alas. I'll give him leadership so he doesn't rout so much. He's got heaps of unspent skill points. But he doesn't see, his stats are really crap for greatswording. Doesn't have enough toughness and strength. So like we need to get 9 toughness to get resilient and hardy, and we need 12 strength to be able to get mastery level armor, mastery level heavy armor. So he's not even going to get all that stuff till he's like level 10. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of hard with him. So we've got 9 toughness and 6 strength now. We'll just go... I don't know, we could go toughness. I think 6 and 9 is what we need as base. I don't think he needs any more stats on top of that. He's already got resilient, hardy. Yep. So the only thing he needs really is intelligence, but I don't think he's going to have enough points to get intelligence. Oh, he needs adrenaline rush. But yeah, he's already got more than, he's already got whatever, more than enough toughness. Increases nearly damage by 3%. So if we got 3 more points, then that'll be like nearly 10% extra damage, or like 6% extra HP. I guess damage is better, right? Because you get more of it. Yeah, he's got his 9 toughness. Cool. Oh, cool. Yeah, that might be a good spot to leave it for tonight. Just yeah, just a quick mission and yeah, just sort of explain where the warband's up to. But yeah, thanks guys for hanging out, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, I think, for some more Skaven action, and then I think that we're gonna have a day off the day after that. Or I might even have 2 days off, because last time I did this hole digging, it just wrecked me. I just like couldn't stream for like 2 days. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Yeah, no worries, Click Monkey. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah, thanks everybody for coming, and yeah, see you guys next time. Thanks for all the super chats and gifted subs and everything as well, guys. Appreciate it. All right, let's see who we can chuck a host over to. Nobody's going to be playing Mordheim, obviously, but somebody might be playing some Warhammer Total War. We can chuck a host over to someone. Hey, slightly obnoxious Kiwi is playing Marcus Wolfheart. I don't think I've hosted him for a little while. I was actually thinking about playing Wolfheart tonight, so for any of those of you that voted for Wolfheart and were disappointed that you didn't get it, you can have a second chance to check out Kiwi doing it. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. See you all next time. Be careful in the sun. Yeah, I will. I'll wear lots of sunscreen. All right.